So, SJW's built this machine, and it's an engineering marvel. It is an absolute wonder of the modern era. What it does is it takes normal people and the normal things that they say when they're just minding their own business and having fun, and it misconstrues it. And then it takes that normal person and it absolutely shreds them. Hey everybody, it's your boy Nerdicane, and those happy noises in the background that you might hear are Nerdicane et Jr., and she is having a really good time. And that's a point I'd like to make. Hey, SJWs, remember when you used to have joy in your life? Remember when you used to enjoy things other than destruction? The only thing you enjoy now is destruction. If you could just get back to the joy that this baby is feeling. This baby's just got a full belly, a clean butt. She's laying on her playmat and looking at herself in a mirror. If you could just kind of, sort of, almost get a little taste of that, I think the world, your world, would be a lot better. So they built this machine, and in true SJW fashion, they don't want responsibility. They don't want authority. They want influence. So nobody's driving the machine. They built an algorithm that steers the machine. That way, nobody has to have responsibility. Nobody has to drive it. But through the algorithm, they can influence where it goes. So if Noelle Stevenson can be destroyed by this thing, nobody's driving it. If Babs Tarr can be destroyed by it, these are allies to these crazy SJWs. Their beliefs align completely with the SJWs, but yet the machine keeps turning on them. Do you know why? And part of the reason why, oh my goodness, part of the reason is the normal people, the moderates, the people in the center. We stopped listening to these outrage mobs a long time ago, these unhinged outrage mobs a long time ago. So they don't have influence. They don't scare us anymore. So they looked around and they said, we don't really have a target anymore. So they decided to start eating their own, and that's what's going on right now. So Noelle Stevenson, if you don't know, she was the creator, she was the rebooter of She-Ra. There was a lot of coverage about it when it came out, and she took She-Ra and made it even more pastel, and then she added the like ambiguous genders to it. So that's what this She-Ra was, and it wasn't for everybody. It was for a specific audience. But the problem is that specific audience used to inhabit Tumblr, and now they inhabit Twitter. So they're still Tumblr. They're still the Tumblr audience. They're just on Twitter under the radar. So they made a joke about the character Bo, and he has like 6 million brothers, and all of their names rhyme. One of them is a farmer named So, and he is, I don't know if he was black or just brown or just of color, and his name was So. So these people, the algorithm of the destruction machine took that information in, said that's racist, and went directly for her. And she's not used to it. She's been under the shield of allyship with these people for so long. She doesn't know how to deal with it, which is why the Republican Party right now is very savvy, because throughout the 2000s, they had to deal with so much gotcha journalism. They were under such a microscope. They were under such scrutiny all the time that's how they learned to live. The left got a free pass for so long. Well, now in the Me Too era comes along, leftists were starting to get nailed left and right. Harvey Weinstein was a very famous, what did they do? He collected donations for the left. Jeffrey Epstein as well. When the microscope gets turned on them, they're not used to it. Bill Clinton isn't used to having to deal with those awkward questions about his sexual harassment. Hillary Clinton wasn't used to being asked awkward questions by Laura Loomer at a book signing. She was used to having a completely complicit and friendly media. And that's what a lot of these leftists in the media, or in comics and entertainment, they've been so shielded and so protected that they don't know how to deal with these crazies. Your Ethan Van Sciver, your Richard C. Meyer, Dean Cain. They know how to deal with these people because they've been dealing with them for years. But when you get somebody like Babs Tarr and Noelle Stevenson suddenly targeted, they don't know what to do, and that's what this situation is. She did the worst thing. What's wrong? She did the worst thing possible. She apologized. So the statement, it was a running joke amongst the writing staff, and it was not really a joke. It wasn't really funny. It was just some dumb thing that they did. Completely not racist to a normal person's mind. A normal person would see that and not go directly to bigotry or racism. But that's what the machine does. That's what the algorithm of the machine does to people. So she went to Twitter, and I want to take a minute. The people over at Clownfish TV, they said recently, and I think it was their daughter who came up with the theory that when Tumblr shut down, everybody from Tumblr went to Twitter. It took a couple years, but now Twitter is Tumblr. And it's a very strong theory. I think they're very much right. So Noelle Stevenson went to Twitter to do an apology, to bow down to the mob. That is not what you do. You never, because before that tweet was sent, before she did that tweet thread, it wasn't racist. To a normal person, the statement, the joke, it wasn't even a statement, the joke, the dumb running joke wasn't racist. But when you apologize for it, then you've apologized for racism, and they have you right where they want you. They're going to destroy you. The machine, and the machine's very efficient. If you go to any search engine, even DuckDuckGo, I use DuckDuckGo, and you do a search for She-Ra or you do a search for Noelle Stevenson, the only thing you are going to get is hit piece after hit piece after hit piece, and they dogpile so fast, which is what takes me back to what I said earlier. This machine of destruction they've built is so efficient. Sorry, I had to do a little venue change. Nerdicane at Junior was getting a little upset, so now I'm in the car, going to Home Depot, going to risk my life at Home Depot. But it's very dangerous, and this mechanism that they've created to cancel people, the people they want to cancel, ignore it. We don't care. We just walk by. We realize that if you just walk through it, or if you tell it to go away, or if you ignore it, it goes away. When you acknowledge it and you try to appease it, then it destroys you. But nobody's at the helm of it right now. If Babs Tarr and Noelle Stevens, and I'm just like, who's next? Who are they going to go after next? Kate Leth? I mean, they're just going to find that they're eating their own at this point. I would think it was funny, but what they're doing is they're destroying creative people. Creation is hard. Creation's really hard. Even if it's something I don't like, I understand that creation is hard. It's an act of willpower. Everybody's going to get in your way. A lot of things are going to get in your way. Destruction is easy, as we're seeing in America right now. It's really easy to burn down a building. It takes months, even years, to build a building, but some jealous, angry asshole in one night can destroy a building. And our society is almost like, I would almost say, if you had told me all this was going on 10 years ago, I'd have said that there was some sort of like extinction event and everybody had just gone completely out of their friggin' minds. So that's it, man. I'm sick of this, and it's been a while since I started this, and I'm finishing it. I'm seeing articles popping up. They're trying to cancel somebody for some other stupid thing that I'm going to have to go find out what they're doing. But honestly, for Comicsgate, for conservatives, for liberals, it's time to end this shit. You guys, you did a good job. Good job, liberals. You built a very efficient machine for destroying things, for destroying people. You thought it was, you made it to destroy the people on the right, and it was so efficient at misconstruing things and just taking things out of context and running with it, and you did it so much that we just started ignoring it, so now it's starting to eat you. So help us end this. Are you sick? Do you enjoy it? Do you rational liberals out there? Do you enjoy what's going on? Do you enjoy this, having to deal with this drama every week in whatever fandom you have? Because quite frankly, we're sick of it. We're sick of it to the point where we ignore it completely. So it's time to end it. Whenever you start to see this stuff, don't dogpile. If you're even a rational person, don't dogpile. In fact, you know what? The best thing you can do, help us out. Whenever you see somebody trying to start an outrage on Tumblr, just tell them to go get fucked. Just, if both sides are telling them to go get fucked, they're probably going to realize real quick, this is not the music I should be playing here, and I need to move on. But that's all I got for this one. Tell me what you think. You guys go have a good weekend. I just picked up my new comic book, so I gotta read some comic books. Poor me. But you guys go have a good weekend. Thanks for your time. Thanks for listening. Hit a like, hit a subscribe, and have a good day. Bye.